Right, so I think our government should start moving forward rather than trying to hold us back from not allowing felons who have already served their time to vote. Our federal government has made strides from the notion of civic death over the past centuries, strides away, and this is according to an article titled "Why Prisoners Deserve the Right to Vote." In recent years, the Supreme Court and Congress have affirmed a variety of constitutional rights for prisoners. They have their rights of religious freedom under a 2000 federal law. Prisoners also retain some First Amendment free speech rights to hold and express political opinions. Most importantly, the Supreme Court decided that prisoners cannot have their citizenship stripped away as a punishment for crime. As stated, citizenship is not a right that expires upon misbehavior. And we need to recognize that felons aren't necessarily villains. Some may be victims themselves of an unfair judicial system. According to Peter Diamond, in an article titled "Should Felons Have the Right to Vote?", those that still have to pay taxes after being released from prison but are still on parole or probation have to lead the life of a normal citizen of the state but without the right to vote, which by definition is taxation without representation, which goes along with the very core of this nation. And then a vast majority of state prisoners can't vote, yet they're often counted in the population for legislative district of their prison, the main factor that determines the state numbers of representatives and presidential electoral votes. Such a policy represents the Constitution's notorious 3/5 compromise, which denied slaves the right to vote, but counted them in the census for the purpose of amassing more pro-slavery representation. So we're basically doing the same thing. We're counting them in our electoral system, but we're not giving them a voice. So I would just say again that we should move forward instead of trying to hold another class back, because our history is marked by successful struggles to expand the franchise to include those who were previously barred from voting because of race and class or gender. As a result of letting all vote, our democracy is richer, more diverse, and more representative of the people than ever before. This remains, however, one significant blanket barrier to the franchise. 6.1 million American citizens are not allowed to vote because of a felony conviction. As of 4 million of these people live and work and raise families in our communities, but the conviction in their past has denied them the right to vote. Felony disenfranchisement serves no legitimate purpose, and we just need to remove this last barrier of the franchise, and that was according to Erica Wood in an article titled "Restoring the Right to Vote." Thank you.
Preach.